Hello, welcome. Let's continue. This will be the episode number 10 on trigonometry and episode number 3 on solving trigonometric equations. So we are solving for x in the equation 2 sine square x minus 5 sine x minus 3 equals to 0. So the sign being single here, being square here, if we want to factorize, we can, but we will not get a factor for 3. So we do what we call substitution. So we just let the sine x to be equal to a variable. Meaning everywhere I see sine x, I put what? Y there. The square here is for all of them. So it become 2y squared minus 5y minus 3 equals to 0. And this become a quadratic equation. We use the 2 to multiply this, which will give you minus 6. Factors of that will be minus 6 itself and 1. When we add that factor, it gives you a negative 5. So from all that we are doing from our shortcut method, I will follow through with one of the shortcut method that I teach under quadratic equation. After getting your factors, bring your factors into the bracket with the variable. So y, the first factor is minus, y, the second factor is plus. But because we use the 2 to multiply, you use the 2 to divide them as well. So here we have y minus 3 is equal to 0 for the first one, or y plus 1 over 2 equals to 0. So we need to get this one to have y equals to positive 3 or y equals to negative 1 over 2. These are the values of y we have. But y equals to the sine of x, meaning when y is 3, sine x will be equal to what? 3. Y and sine x are the same. So if it equals to that, we should have our x. No, we just ignore it because the values of x will be in what? The complex numbers. Because we need to get the values of sine x should be equal to negative 1 or 1. So it should be either negative 1, values in that range. Since it's bigger than that, you get a complex number. So we ignore it. Then, let me just say, ignore. Where do we go? So when your, what do you have? Y equals to negative half, sine x will be equal to negative half. Then remember we did about negative angles. This is an example of that. So your x will now be equal to the sine inverse of negative 1 over 2. This means the movement is not in the anti-clockwise direction, but rather in the clockwise direction. So you get your answer to be equal to negative 30 degrees. Sine inverse of half is positive 30. If it is in a negative value, it means we are in the clockwise direction. So this is what we have. But the values we are looking for is from 0 to 360, positive values. So this is also not going to be the answer, even though it is the principal angle. We need to find other angles. So the general solution is given by this, where alpha is the angle we just found. So we're writing this will be theta equals to 180 n plus this, the power this, into bracket. Okay, let me put the bracket here to show that they are multiplying. So our value of n is also ranging from 0 and beyond. If you use 0 for the first one, you come back to this answer. So we go straight forward to 1. 0 is the first angle, second will be the next one. So when n is equals to 1, your theta will be 180 times 1, negative 1 raised to the power n, which is 1, negative 30 degree. Remember what will happen here? Negative 1 raised to the power 1. It is still negative 1. Negative 1 times negative 30. It will give you positive 30. This is 180. So when we add, let's go in this direction. It should be 210. That's 180 plus 30, which is positive in the range. So that value is assured. Then, when n is also 2, your theta become 180 times 2 plus negative 1 raised to the power 2 multiplying negative what? 30. The square of this is positive. This is 360, right? So 360, this is positive 1 times this. So this becomes negative 30. 360 minus 30, that will give you 330 degrees, which is in this range. Remember, if I go for n being 3, this is going to be bigger than 360. This will be negative, negative, positive. So the value will increase more than 360. So therefore, theta is going to be equal to, the first value will be 210 degrees, the second value will be what? 330 degrees. So sometimes when you get a negative principal angle, don't panic. Just remember the general solution, how we find the general solution. We do that in, I think, episode number 8. Check it out, and all the principles are in there. Thanks for watching. Share the video, like, and leave a comment.